Okay, so welcome back to part 3 of your financial workout. And actually, believe it or not, we're in a Pilates studio right now. I know what you were thinking. So let's talk about part 3. And part 3 is about your financial plan. Because I got to tell you guys, most people, they do not have a financial plan. Now, we are not even taught at school how to plan, yet alone have a financial plan. And this is a real shame. Not only a shame, but it's devastating to your wealth. You need to have a financial plan, I promise you. Because if you don't know, first of all, where you are financially now, most people don't know. And they don't know where they want to go. In other words, they don't know the time, the actual date where they'll be financially independent or financially free. And financial independence means being independent of your work. You now have the choice whether you want to go to work or not. In other words, all your outgoings are met by your income, and that comes from investments. You don't have to go to work. Financial freedom, which everybody, you ask them, you said, well, what do you want financially? They go, I want to be financially free. That comes later. That's where you can go out, you can buy everything you want. First, we need to get you to financial independence. But here's the challenge. If you don't know what that date is, how are you going to work towards it? You see, because most people, if you ask them, what's your financial, independence date, they'll say, well, I'm going to retire when I'm 60, 65. Wrong answer! Because most people do not have the money at the age of 60, 65 to retire. Does that make sense? They have to carry on working. They have to use the tea bags 3 times. It's horrible. That's not the way you want to live your life. Or do you? Do you want to live your life like that? I'm assuming you don't. So what we need to do first and foremost is get you a financial plan. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to work out your monthly expenses. In other words, what is it that you spend your money on? And you will be surprised what you spend your money on. It's all that you don't count that £100 that you sort of, fritter around with coffees and sandwiches and little snacks and treats and things like that. Or just buying something along the way. But you have to. You have to account for those. Okay, the second thing we need to do is we need to input very, very simply, and we have this, it's called our online financial freedom tool, where we put in exactly how much you earn, we put in how much you save, we put in how much you invest, and we put in the returns that you're going to get on your investments. Now most people are saying, in saving? I don't save, nobody told me to save. Well, we're going to start. Let's say 10% of everything that you earn. Hell, if you have to, start off with 1% or 5%, but you've got to start somewhere. Secondly, we need to make sure that we invest most of that money into whatever makes the most money. It could be property here in this country. It could be property abroad. It might be stocks and shares. It might be into somebody else's business. It might be your business. It might be your education. Whatever the best return on investment is. And that's the other thing. We need to get the highest return on investment we possibly can. Now, at least we need to be making at least 15% a year on our investments. At least. I mean, that is, what is this thing? This is at least 15%. Now, if you think about it, the main stock market indexes over time, since 1969, have averaged 12.4% a year. So therefore, you need to be getting close to 15% at least. So don't leave your money in the bank. It isn't even safe in the bank nowadays, so definitely don't leave it there. Again, we can show you how to do that. We could show you the financial freedom planning tool, all of these type of things. But what's important is that once you put all of these details in, you put it in, you press the button, and voila! Suddenly you have a financial independence date. And once you have that date, it might be in 10 years. It might be in 15 years. It might be in 20 years, 25 years. For some people, it might be 150 years. You need to know, because on that time, as soon as you know that, you can speed up the process. That's right. You can speed up the process. And that's what this is all about you being able to draw financial freedom and financial independence closer to you. So again, find out how to do this. It's so important. It's vital, and it's urgent. Because of things like compound growth, which we're going to discuss in the next section, you need to do it now. So again, go to www.investment-mastery.com and find out about our free seminars. find out about our free downloads, find out about our free CDs, find out about our free book, find out about all of these tools that you can use in order to achieve financial independence and financial freedom. Get an education. This material is not taught in schools. Get it now, get it here. And I'm going to see you, I'm going to go back onto my Pilates, this really is a Pilates thing by the way. I'm going to get back onto there and I'll see you at the next step. This was step number 3, how to achieve financial freedom through planning.